Welcome back. Oh man, yes, this is unfamiliar, depending on how long you've been listening. Yeah, it's like Camp from the Port Show, but it feels like made in the 1980s. But we are back nonetheless, man. You know who I am already because this is my channel. You should know who my name and face and likeness are by now. My own NIL deal. I got one. But with like months, I want to say. It's been probably like 4, maybe even 5 months. But we have our favorite special guest back on the stream with me. And I hope he's ready to give you his name. I hope he has an alias like old times. And I hope he's ready to talk his talk. So please, sir, introduce yourself for the people that have been waiting for your return to this particular platform.
It is I. Wayne Day, please say the damn doodle.
Please say it.
AKA CPAP Shorty.
Whoa.
AKA soon to be possibly BiPAP Shorty, because a nigga can't breathe in his sleep.
Yo.
Almost 42 years old, and I forgot how to fucking breathe in my sleep. What the fuck?
Jesus. Yeah, that's a cautionary tale. Would you care to elaborate before we get into the shenanigans?
I mean, really ain't even nothing to elaborate.
Okay.
I started using the CPAP. All these magical effects that I was supposed to be getting, I'm not getting. Go to the doctor, and they're like, well, we got to put you on something else. You can't grab them motherfuckers.
Of course.
So,
because what are doctors without the cash grabs?
So my doctor tends to get mad at me because I call him out on the bullshit. So yeah, he's not a fan of me.
Hey, be careful,
and
man.
He called me fat, and he's probably like 50 pounds heavier than me.
Oh,
I felt away about that.
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of one of those things where you want to give them the pass because they're not a nutritionist, but at the same time, you can't give them a pass because we're talking about my health here. So,
yeah, my bullshit not. This guy's lap, his belly sits on his thighs.
Yikes!
And he called me fat.
Oh, yikes! Well, I mean, at least he does have a good point of reference. Hey, nothing like a fat person to tell you that you're fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get it.
A fat person would know.
Yeah. If nobody knows, a fat person knows when you are also fat. So I do get it. But oh no, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
So that was just an interesting because when my girl got a chance to see it, she was like, "This motherfucker that called you fat."
Oh, shout the cuss. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh man. So look, the topic of discussion today, as I see people trickling in on the live stream here, and thank y'all for tuning in this afternoon. I knew you didn't want to work on Monday. I knew it. So that's why we're doing this right now. Verzuz. I gave a prediction show on Verzuz, and I was unable to watch it in real time. Because if you ever tell me that you're going to watch a group of men perform versus getting a few dollars, I'm always going to pick the few dollars. Okay. So that's why I didn't do this. Shout to the homie Clyde. He did want me to go live the night of, but just wasn't at the crib, and was talking to some of the homies that watched it. And I was conflicted on if I should go looking for it. But then as I seen more press releases or clips released, I was like, nah, we gotta watch this. And now I can tell you, Wayne, I'm absolutely glad I watched this because now I got things to say. And we didn't want to wait too late because it happened on, what was that, Friday, Saturday? Yeah, it happened Saturday the 25th. It's already Monday. So I didn't want to give it too much more time. I think everything news related that can happen has already come out, and we can talk about that as well. But first and foremost, because I know you were on the stream in the text capacity, but for you, how did you feel going into the Verzuz and remind us again who you were picking to win this particular Verzuz battle.
I was super reluctant. I thought the shit was going to be ass.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be straight dumpster juice. Because of how much turmoil and, bad blood that came from both camps.
Yes.
So I'm like, is this going to be two CEOs looking at each other, reliving their glory days with no love around them? I wasn't going to tune in for that.
Okay. Fair.
Like, with the world being back open and Verzuz being how it started and what it is now, we are beyond having two people in a room.
Yeah.
And I had No Limit taking it.
Okay. So you were one of the No Limit campaigners, if you will. And I only say campaign because I remember when this got announced, and I checked some of my timeline very briefly, but on the surface, it seemed like a lot of people picked Cash Money to win this, like it was just going to be a runaway because, quote, they got too many hits.
It depends on who was saying it. It depends on who was saying it.
For sure.
You got to take into consideration the Cash Money's presentation to the world was like 4, almost 5 years difference. No Limit's presentation to the world.
Yes.
And that's a lot of years in music.
Yeah, absolutely. And to your point, and tell me how you feel about this. I think that there's something to be said about the flag planters and the groundbreakers who set the stage for the people to now definitely you're already at a head start. In my mind, everything Master P did as his walking presented the run that was Cash Money. I don't think you get a lot of the stuff out of New Orleans or Louisiana in particular without Master P and doing what he does. And my main thought was that, okay, maybe in the aspect of Billboard and platinum plaques, maybe No Limit loses that battle, but they absolutely have the anthems that laid the groundwork for other hit records to happen.
I agree. Like, everything got to start somewhere. But you can even take it outside of Louisiana. He helped the Texas movement.
Yeah.
He also advocated heavily for the West Coast movement.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like,
yeah, I mean, no Limit doesn't happen without Houston in the Bay.
Want to get a piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all before Cash Money was ever even a thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was saying this in the conversation. Matter of fact, shout to Gilbert, shout to M Easy, shout to Aston, shout to my wife Krista, of course. They were talking about it in the aftermath. I met up with all of them and we talked about it in the aftermath, and I was just like, man, y'all got to remember, like, the No Limit story can't be told without Houston and the Bay either, though. Like, it's literally, I was like, I think we forget that Master P was the first national mogul CEO, like independent, type of guy like that. Like, yeah, there was a Suge Knight, there was a Puff Daddy, there was a Jermaine Dupri, but nobody was literally doing it like Master P, and that's including Jay Prince. Like, everything Jay Prince did was so self-contained to Texas, and yeah, there's a pipeline to Chicago, but Master P was like, no, we worldwide out the gate. Like, there were other markets where About It was probably the biggest record, and he didn't even live there.
For real.
So
remember when I was first introduced to No Limit, it was the True compilation.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember what it was called, but I remember the cover. I was at Earwax with my brother.
Shout out to Earwax always.
And had the big TRU on the top of it. Had a dude on the bottom of it with like a knife, like cutting across his chest.
Yeah.
That was the very first album I was ever introduced to P. And that was like 95.
Yeah, had to been. Yeah. 94, 95 for sure. 95 for sure, because we Freeport. So yeah, because like the Ghetto Trying to Kill Me was like 94. So yeah, no, True was definitely 95. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the first time. So it's like, yeah, like you can't, like you can't have. I'm not gonna say there is no Cash Money, but come on, man, it's that start somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Even though I didn't really pick a winner, because I was adamant about, hey, I'm with you. I was like, this ain't even gonna be the mid pack. This is gonna be the sticks and seed pack. Like, this is the part of the reefer that your auntie dumped out of the canister. So I wasn't even trying to necessarily, like, I wasn't anticipating this. There was no bated breath as this was about to happen. But as I like to do, because I'm a rap nerd at the end of the day, and I'm not ashamed of it, I at least wanted to try to pick a winner or just tell the tale of the tape. And I had this going 11-9, no matter who won. And I won't even lie to you, Wang. I'm going to use a lot of this to pat myself on the back for not being a fan of nothing, but calling it pretty accurately. But at the same time, I want to leave it open for dialogue, because there's some questions that I want answers to. And I want to see what truly matters as we look at another storied rivalry versus, and then we look at another crew on crew contrast, because obviously we got Locks Dipset, and even though there was never like really beef between them, that was a spirited battle. And then we had 3 6 Mafia versus Bone Thugs and Harmony that literally broke out into a fist fight. And people were invited to indulge in fellatio, and there were water bottles thrown, and money was thrown. Deuce came out like he wanted to shoot somebody. It got real crazy. And that should have been a moment where only crunchy black gangster walking indoor with a ski mask on, that should have been the craziest thing that happened. But oh no, that was just the tip of the iceberg. But that ended up in peace, even though the mood and the energy kind of got sucked out of the building. And now we got No Limit versus Cash Money. Now, we're Midwest kids. I'm not going to speak for you, but I'm going to say off the rip, I never cared if they were battling, beefing, or had issues. I never cared. Because, and part of it was because I wasn't the biggest fan of the music. But much like I said in the last live concerning this topic, you have to live the era to truly appreciate both sides of this. And we have the privilege of doing that. We were both coming of age and solidifying age during the entire No Limit to Cash Money run. We're teenagers, like 12, 13 to 18, 19. This is the music for us. So I toss it back to you, and I say, and I ask first, did you care that there was ever a No Limit versus Cash Money, I'll say battle, if you will? I don't want to call it beef, but like a battle, like a competition amongst the crews.
I didn't necessarily care that they were beefing. I mean, as a kid, of course, you know, when it was said that it was a beef, of course it was talked about, but it didn't make a difference to me, because I'm a Midwest kid. Fuck, I'm picking a side for it. The music is good. The music is good.
Yeah.
See, you not being a fan, I actually was a fan.
Yeah. See, there we go.
So it's just like, I'm not gonna pick a fan. I'm not gonna pick a side. I'm not gonna be team No Limit because fuck Cash Money, and vice versa.
Right.
If the shit slaps, I'm playing.
Yeah, we here for the slaps and slaps only.
So I didn't give a fuck about the internal New Orleans beef. Not from fucking New Orleans. Don't make me no fucking never mind. What I look like hey, I ain't cool with you no more. Why? I heard you listen to that Cash Money shit the other day. His team no limit over you. The fuck?
We soldiers.
You
You can't listen to that, won't it?
know,
You know
like,
what I mean?
absolutely not. I'm not. Make the slaps. I'm buying.
Period. That's it. So let's get right into it. Versus starts, and I don't know, maybe it was the stream I watched, but it seemed to be mass confusion before the first song came on. Like, because it was like only Cash Money that came out there. And who I picked to be the superstar was out there, Manny Fresh. Manny Fresh is my favorite member of Cash Money.
Easily.
And hey, yeah, hey, and literally, I'm not wavering on that at all. Like,
I will, like, Saturday during our Halloween costume party, we're watching this thing, and I'm advocating the entire time. I've even told you, Manny Fresh is the best.
Yeah, yeah,
he
absolutely.
may not be the best lyricist. He may not be the gangster, but prove to me. Send it to me. Play me a whack Manny Fresh verse.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, let me raise you this. Play me the best Cash Money song that he's not on.
And he's not on.
let's go all the way. Play me the song that you think is so great from Cash Money that he ain't on it. And I mean ad libs, I mean verse, anything. Like play it. Because I know he did all the beats. I'm telling whatever he didn't talk on, you tell me the song that is that's better than anything he's done in the entire Cash Money catalog. I doubt you can find it.
It's not fair because it's my own personal opinion.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's talk.
My favorite Cash Money song is 400 Degrees.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That's my favorite Cash. I don't care. Wayne, BG, Turk, Hot Boys compilation albums, fucking Big Timers, TQ. I don't fucking care. Boo got it. 400 Degrees is my favorite Cash Money song of all time.
So I want to stop you right there. So in your mind, they started off on fire. Like that was the perfect start to this verses.
When they started off with that, I was pissed.
Okay. Because I thought that was a grave mistake.
I was like, you coming out swinging like this? This should have been one of them in the top.
Yeah.
Oh shit, they just hit us with that? Okay, hit it with that 400 Degrees. You come out the fucking gate.
Yeah.
With my all-time favorite song. I was pissed.
Yeah.
And when I heard it, I'm like, this shit gonna be no limit for the watch.
Oh, hey, okay. We're on the same side of the coin, just a different year, right? Because I'm with you. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely think you should start this off with Juvenile. I absolutely do. But not that song. Not that song.
You should have started with the thing that started everything, huh?
I'm with you. Right there. Right there. I was like, to not hear, when that is literally the first sound I remember coming from Cash Money. Oh man. That to me, made Master P maybe shuffle his deck a little bit. But at the same time, I can't say that because in my view, Master P played this all perfectly.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to do 400 Degrees, you know what? Let me immediately not make it about me. And we going No Limit Soldiers because, hey, if nothing else, that's who we are.
That's who we are.
That ain't the first song. That ain't the biggest song. But if you know anything about Master P and No Limit Records, it is the phrase, we No Limit Soldiers. I thought I told you. That's it.
Like even with, and maybe I'm thinking too far into it, or maybe I'm not quite understanding the whole versus setup.
Mhm.
But I do think that it should be a way for the opponents, or however you want to put it, to go tit for tat. You submit your catalog, I submit mine, because with No Limit doing No Limit Soldier, Hot Boy should have been the combative.
Yeah, true. Or at least the follow-up.
Yeah.
At least the follow-up, because 400 Degrees plays, they do No Limit Soldier. It's like, okay, bet. Yeah, then we got to get on fire. Then we got to get on fire after that. we got to be on fire if that's going to happen round one.
Yeah, so like I said, when I heard them start with 400 Degrees, I was pissed, because to me, with that being my all-time favorite song from Cash Money all the way around, I felt like they shit on it.
I was gonna say, like, they kind of set it up to get killed first in the movie.
Yes.
like if this is Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, this is the black guy that dies before the credits come out. And it's like, damn, you feel bad because, yo, this song is actually heat. Hey, and Juvenile, again, Juvenile should absolutely kick off verses if you're talking Cash Money. I think Juvenile is a staple and a legend in not only just New Orleans, but in hip-hop. You don't do Juvenile like that. You don't do him like that. Not with that song. So I'm with you. And I was just like, oh, and now they got to respond to that. And to kind of like divert away from the music a little bit, one thing that I was glad to see, even in 2025, I love to see that Master P still performs doing low impact cardio. To me, that's a win. That's a win forever and always. When Master P hit the low impact cardio, I don't know. I get super hyped. I don't even know. I'm like, hey, it almost don't matter what he's saying, because I hear the beat, and then you see the low impact cardio taking place, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, it don't matter. We lit. No lit. Like, it don't matter. It don't matter. Let me swing on somebody. I don't care. So I love how he came out the gate. Hey, it's no limit cardio. And I love the fact that, again, he literally started with what made them the No Limit just empire, if you will. And I respect it and call it the empire. He went with what brought him to the dance and brought him to fame. So immediately you see Mia X and you see Silk the Shocker. And honestly, to me, Wang, even though it's round one, I thought, oh, deal is sealed right here. Because the fact that this is advertised as No Limit versus Cash Money, not Master P versus Birdman, not this project versus that project. It's literally as No Limit versus Cash Money, and he immediately comes out with No Limit, like the rosters, like the ones that you feel need to be there regardless. That's big for me. Strategy matters. Unity matters. And that was a really big piece of unity that I'm like, okay, out the gate. And I was like, damn, I didn't even think to start with that song. But how can you be mad at starting with that song?
P, from the jump, P controlled the narrative.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like, literally, like comparing it, but not comparing it to Dipset Locks.
Mm-hmm.
P was prepared as a unit versus Juvenile was prepared as a unit.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. As literally the unit.
The unit.
Right.
The unit. Like Like P came in, he went in it with a strategy. He just wasn't throwing songs out there.
Yeah.
And maybe again, we need to stop looking at it as a competition versus.
But should we though? When it's called Verzuz though?
The name is very contradictory.
It's like, hey, it's me versus you. Hey, listen, even Kendrick Lamar asked for a friendly fade. It's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, it ain't gotta be smoke, beef, and death. But I can still beat your ass. Like, we can do this all in good fun. Hey, remember at the end of Rocky 3, Apollo was like, you know what? Me and you, Rocky. Hey, look, you might fight great, but I'm a great fighter. And now I just want to whoop your ass in front of nobody with nothing to prove.
I still pissed off we never got to see that fight. But
yeah. Right. Hey, right. That's the worst. It's the best, worst ending to a movie ever because when 4 happens, he come home with a black eye. Yep. Rocky comes home with a black eye, and then son is like, yo, what happened? It's like, yo, I saw you win. What happened? So, like, even just that. And Apollo obviously got the scrape. You know what I'm saying? He obviously got the dub because Rocky let him die. But but never mind that. We talking Verzuz. And we on the round 2. Now I will say this, Wang. My thought once they started the second round is that, man, this would have been a better song to start with. And that's the Big Timer Stay Fly versus what would have been Break 'Em Off Something. Now Still Fly, for me, I think that is like the I think it's like the unsung hero of the Cash Money movement. It's almost like the flag. It's like the mascot, if you will, to a degree. Even though you got Hot Boys and Project Chick and all these other things, but I think when Still Fly comes on, it's like, man, I think that sets a better tone, even if it's only Baby and Manny. So I was like, okay, this is starting off better. And don't get me wrong, I do believe that song is better than Break 'Em Off Something. But again, when Master P come out there, low impact cardio, doing the song, and you know UGK on it, it just don't feel like that song is the super classic hit that it is.
Like I said, P came in with, this was well thought out by him. Like, this wasn't something that he agreed to do. It was just like calling people, trying to see. This man was having board meetings behind this. This man was having Zoom meetings, goddamn, weekly.
Yeah.
Behind this versus Cash Money and all of their turmoil was just shit got overshadowed.
Yeah.
But I do think that is arguably a back and forth. Those two, Still Fly and Break 'Em Off Something. Because like I said, personally, with having UGK on Break 'Em Off Something could potentially give you the win.
Yeah.
It's UGK. But Still Fly was, it was just one of the ones.
Fact.
Like when Manny Fresh talks about it, like Manny Fresh was talking about it not too long ago. He said when he wanted to do that song, he said they hated it.
Mm-hmm.
So they almost went to blows about this song because we are the hot boys, we the big time, we the rich niggas. Like, why are we talking about making a song about being broke?
Listen, and little do you know, your target demo Love the fuck out this song. and we almost don't want to hear much else until you hear that.
For real. Like you got if you do a Cash Money greatest hits,
yeah,
that's going to be one of the most played songs.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It probably ain't nobody's favorite, but it's gonna get played.
Yeah, absolutely. But see, I don't know. I think Still Fly. I think it's a bigger hit record in the pantheon of everything Cash Money than people think, though. I think that it's just because of the two rappers that are on it. And this is why I will always advocate for Manny Fresh. Because this was the first time that Manny Fresh was kind of like just out there being the anchor to a song, and we realized it. And we trying to play him, in my estimation, because he's the producer.
I think Still Fly is the reason why it's as big as it is because it transitioned. A lot of Cash Money music didn't transition.
For sure.
That transition, white people love that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, no slight against Cash Money, but a lot of their music didn't shift.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. So
what you had, Still Fly and
Get Your Roll
Back
On.
That Ass Up.
Yeah, Back That Ass Up. Yeah, Back That Ass Up is obviously. But yeah, only 3 of their songs. And that's my gripe with a lot of people that say, oh, Cash Money just had way more hit records than No Limit. I think that those people are weighing 3, maybe 4 songs just so heavy that it looks skewed from one direction. But once you look at it, outside of the crossovers, with it being a guaranteed 3 from the people that showed up, by the way, that consider them to be crossover hits, I don't think their clip is that crazy. Because, matter of fact, let me give you my analysis here as we move on to the next round of songs, because it was Project Bitch versus Freak Hoes, right? And see, this is where, in my opinion, if you had it 1-1 or 2-0, and I think in his mind, Birdman had it 3-0, No Limit. So he was deciding that, hey, look, nah, fuck that. I'm just about to talk shit now. Because we already seen her. But when Mia X came out there and did her verse from Freak Hoes, she was maybe the best rapper in the world for some reason. For some reason. Mia X looked like the greatest rapper alive when Freak Hoes came on, and Birdman started spiraling out of control.
Mia X literally in that moment made you forget about every female rapper in the game right now.
Yes. Facts.
She literally performed that verse like it was 97.
Yeah.
She came out and like literally, like I really don't even know like how to even give her proper praise for the way that she came out and performed that song. And what 55?
Yeah. With Kelly Price, who's sick of you black bitches, but not Mia X. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kelly Price has had enough of you, but Mia X is the homie. So she never talked about Mia X. Was she talking about
all you other black bitches?
Right. Exactly. It's the rest of you, not Mia, but you. Hey. So literally, in my mind, this is what happened to Birdman, G. This is what happened. Because like I'll give them the respect. It might be 2-1 no limit. Because even though Break 'em Off something it's a cult classic, Still Fly is a real hit record. So I will absolutely give Cash Money the nod.
Yeah.
But it is 2-1 no matter what. But I think just the energy had Birdman thinking it was like 8-0. So he was like, man, hold on, wait a minute. I was like, uh-oh. So wait a minute. It's like, wait a minute. Are there guns? Because get him under control. This looks bad. So, and not for nothing. But let's just lightning round these next few rounds. And then I'm going to get to when I felt they started fighting back.
Okay.
So, because as we move on from that, after Freak Hoes comes on, it's Rich Niggas versus How You Do That. And Young Bleed ain't there, but that ain't the song. like that's another one of those ones that is just gonna get its respect and its love. And then, hey, congrats to BG being home and having he's another great pillar in Cash Money. But Cash Money as an army, I'll give you the respect. That is verse-wise a better song than Bourbons and Lax. But the fact that Master P just knew to slow it down, he even stopped the low impact cardio and just wave your hands in the air. And hey, I'm on record, I think this year, if not last, saying that this song is garbage and it needs to be remade. But Beats by the Pound and Homie on the Hook smoked that. And honestly, it just sounded like greatness when it led into Silk the Shocker's verse.
I am super fucking shocked to hear that come out of your mouth. Based off of how I know you feel about Purpose in Life.
Yeah, hey, listen, I am on record. Hey, I was playing it. I was like, you know what? Because I end up just purchasing the Cadillac. And I was like, I'm going to listen to all the songs that got Cadillac references in. And I played that song and I was just like, at first I was rolling because this is for the Bourbons and Cadillacs with the 10s and the 12s pumping in the back. I was like, yeah, I got no 10s or 12s, but I'm rocking. I can hear the bass. I'm rocking. But then, and then it got really bad. It got really bad after that. But I was like, this, to quote J.R. Bang, this huff. Like, this is whack. Like, this is garbage. But I tell you what, you put that song, it's a groove. It's literally, to me, if people want to just rewrite history and say, yeah, this is the start of vibe music, where you don't really care about the verses, and you just here to listen to just everything around it, you got me. You got me, because yeah, this song is a vibe. That's all this song is a vibe. And before I give him his respect, I was like, yeah, no, man, this ain't it. But that night, it looked a lot better.
Hey, we talked about it in the previous live. Presentation was going to be everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we weren't wrong.
Yep. So, presentation being everything. Now, for me, Wang, this is where they was like, okay, man, we fighting back. It's like, Craig, get up. Get up. And now slow motion is on. Thank God. Because it was looking bad for y'all out here. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, listen, if you want to give them the point for Cash Money as an army versus Bourbons and Lax, okay, cool. Okay, cool. But the bottom line is it's 4-2. It's 4-2 at best. And slow motion comes on. And that's a great plan. That is a great plan. But there's something to be said about the guy who maybe nobody owns their album, but everybody knows their song. So when Matt comes out there and does I Can Tell, it's like, well, damn, this is a tie. I know I'm not going to say one beat the other one because we see what Slow Motion did culturally.
Mm-hmm.
But niggas know what I Can Tell do when I Can Tell come on.
Mac is my third favorite rapper from No Limit.
Let's talk about it.
So to actually see him after all that he's been through, you know, getting out and keeping the ball rolling. I don't even know how long Mac was even locked up. Mac did what? Almost 20?
Yeah, something to that effect. Yeah. I want to say, yeah.
For something that even the people that lost their loved ones said that he didn't even do. You know, so this man is just sitting.
Yeah.
Came home, good spirit, still moving and shaking, still making music. Like I said, a lot of people don't even know who the hell Mac was outside of I Can Tell.
Right.
And Murder, Murder, Kill, Kill. But so personally, and I'm going to try not to make it too personal. I wanted to give it to Mac because of all of that I just mentioned.
Yeah, just the redemption story of itself. And him being one of your favorite members on the roster.
And him being one of my favorite members. But no. Slow Motion takes this one.
Okay. Hey, I ain't gonna cap. I got it a dead heat. So it's 4-2-1 in my eyes, or 4-2-1. Because for me, again, not being a fan, in the vacuum, I don't really have a favorite crew over the other one. But I've been at the party where I Can Tell has been the song that the girls can't wait to hear. And I've been at the club and the party where Slow Motion was the song that the girls wanted to hear. And Wayne, that's a dead heat in my world. Matter of fact, we just play them back to back. We just always play them back to back.
Because see, going into it, like you said, being at the party when I Can Tell comes on and being grown, it was the same outcome for the fellas.
Yeah. You
it
don't
was the same
lose.
outcome.
Unless you're a total dweeb, you don't lose. There is. Let me get the count of the song.
Grinded on. It's going to happen.
Right. Listen.
It's going to get rubbed on.
Unless you're a complete dweeb, there's 7 minutes and 38 seconds, and you should have derriere on your pelvis area. That's at the very minimum. That should be your outcome, unless you're a dweeb. We can't help the dweebs. I'm sorry, you missed out. Okay. So now, more like I'm not gonna lighten around this because I want to talk about this real quick. Bling Bling versus It Ain't My Fault. Who did you have?
Okay, this one was tough too. Tough too. But I'm gonna base it off of which one would have got me more hype at the party. That was the only way I could base it.
Okay.
Both of them great songs. You know, you can go either which way. But It Ain't My Fault was going to send the party in the club up way hard. I mean, like, seriously, send that bitch up versus Bling Bling. You're going to get some head nods and a couple 2-steps.
Yeah.
It Ain't My Fault was sending that bitch through the roof. Now, you go fuck around and get a mosh pit with Ain't My Fault.
Yeah. Yeah. And shout out to homie, whoever it was, because I didn't see from the camera, from how I was watching it. Whoever knew to do the mystical ad libs, the mystical remix ad libs, salute to you. You know what you was doing. you heard Bling Bling too. And you heard bling bling like I heard bling bling and realized that Birdman didn't finish his verse by saying anything about Wayne. And you know Turk ain't there. See, that's the thing. That's the problem with bling bling. Unity matters for bling bling. I know it's on BG album, but unity matters for bling bling. Everybody gotta be there to perform that song because I'll give it its respect. And again, I didn't love it in real time. But as I watched that, I was like, you know what? If this song comes on and it's just off the back of nostalgia, you don't cut this off.
No.
There's no good place to cut it off.
No.
So so it matters. But again, on the night, I got Silk the Shocker. But on the song, can't lie, it's a tie. It's a tie to me as well. We got 2 ties. But now, because Wayne, I know we're on the right side of history with this. I just want to tell everybody out there that Saturday night, Silk the Shocker let y'all know why in 1998 he was one of the hottest rappers in the world. I want to be crystal clear on that. He's very enigmatic and very low key. But Silk the Shocker came out there like he was a rap superstar. And he performed. Right. No, hey, listen, right. But he came out like, yeah, I hear y'all talking and y'all wasn't there. Bitch, I'm a fucking rap superstar, nigga. Who the fuck are you talking to? Like, that's how Silk the Shocker came out. Track 1. But by the time we got to It Ain't My Fault, and as much as people want to talk about how he rapping on or off the beat or whatever, listen, he kept up with his rap and his ad-libs. And he was clear. He's one of the best performers on that stage last night. Nobody beat me at X. But Silk the Shocker was out there like, no, nigga, in 1998, 99, the world was mine. And sorry if you missed that.
I spent that entire night. I spent all of Saturday night defending Silk the Shocker.
Hey, it should have been easy though. Who was hating? It's because it's hate.
Puck was hating. Jason was hating to the max.
I know. What?
We need
to call him. Because if I remember right, he should be the last one hating. If I remember the 90s correctly, he should be the last one hating. But never mind, go ahead.
Hating to the max. I had somebody saying Silk the Shocker has been rapping in italics since 1996.
Hey, but listen, hey, in 96, they bought it. And here is the reality of it. In the 90s, in the late 90s, in a world where Jay-Z and DMX existed, Silk the Shocker was a teenager from New Orleans, Louisiana, and he was out here rapping, taking your bitch in the summertime with a Scully on and doing what y'all is calling rapping off beat. It happened, and he sold 2 million records in the process. It happened, okay? His debut or his second album sold more than Reasonable Doubt and In My Lifetime. It happened. I don't make the rules. I don't alter the reality. That's literally what happened.
But what I need people to understand is, and you probably maybe didn't notice it, or maybe you did because you, on top of being a rap geek, you're a rapper.
Thank you.
Silk the Shocker and everybody's favorite No Limit member have the exact same flow.
Exactly.
Mystical and Silk the Shocker have the exact same flow.
Yep.
So why is it that you love it coming from Mystical, but you hate it coming from Silk? The flow is exactly the same.
Love this. Love this. And you brought a crazy flashback of me and Hurricane Maine in Mr. D. Hines' electronics class. Because when Unpredictable dropped, or it was on the way out, matter of fact, because the lead single with Mystical and Silk. Maine was telling me all the time, Mystical coldest. Hurricane Maine always knew, hey, you never heard him not say that Mystical was never the coldest rapper out. Every year of his life, every time I've seen him, he let you, Cam, that Mystical, and he just be rapping different lyrics. I'm like, damn, I gotta listen to the album again. But saying that to say, he was like, so it's this new dude that's on No Limit named Silk the Shocker. And he really still a Mystical style. I was like, damn, for real? I was like, that's a hard style to steal, right? And he was like, yeah. He was like, but you can tell, man, Mystical a grown man with it. So the way he flipping it, it's just way colder than Silk. But Silk might be all right. I remember this conversation like it literally just happened an hour ago. And I say that to say this. Outside of the animation, and maybe he's a tinge faster, there is literally no difference in the way Mystical raps versus the way Silk the Shocker raps. It's literally animation, because for the most part of his career, Silk's on better beats.
Yes.
So you can't.
Yes. Thank you.
So you can't do that. You can't do that. And they from the same city. So it ain't like it ain't the 3-6 Bone thing and Twister thing where, oh, we in different pockets of the earth and we talking about you got my style. It's like, hey, no, this is the alternative style. And this is how I always looked at it, Wayne. This is the other style from New Orleans.
Thank you. Because Mr. Turbo rap the exact same way.
Yeah, he just ain't got bars.
Mr. Turbo, he was just a trash ass rapper. But he had the exact same flow.
Yeah. Hey, see, that's why I called you. Because this is what has to be understood. Like, Silk the Shocker's not whack. And honestly, when he performed, I was like, nah, I totally get it. I get it. Like, I don't know why after Made Men he didn't really go to that next level, or why he wouldn't the lead act from the new No Limit. I don't know. I don't know any of that. But what I can absolutely say is that Silk the Shocker may have just stopped his own run, because no way he wasn't that dude, and no way did he not prove it that night of Verzuz.
I've said it so many times. There will be no Silk the Shocker slander in this house, because all of us was rocking to that shit when it dropped.
Absolutely.
We loved it.
Absolutely.
So cut the fuck out.
Yeah, hey, yeah, and I Jace, we gotta talk. Because I know you hating. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I should call you right now, but we got a show to do. and we almost an hour in. I didn't even realize it. Okay, so look. Set it off versus Mr. Ice Cream Man. Who you got?
Nostalgically, I gotta go with Ice Cream Man.
I'm with you.
I gotta go with Ice Cream Man nostalgically, because that was, like I said, that was a major part, even though it wasn't what introduced me to No Limit. It was most definitely the part that the world got to see.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the one where, like, oh, Master P, like, it's a new dude, Master P. Oh, okay. And I ain't gonna lie, outside the hook, I was like, this ain't for me. But hey, history proves that I was wrong. All right, so now here goes probably the best block of the night. So we're gonna go through them all real quick. We're gonna knock out these 4. Number 1 stunner versus I'm Bout It, and get your roll on versus Make Them Say So off the rip for me, Wang, again, Master P says, we gave y'all a break. We slowed it down. He heard number one stunner and said, you know what? Back to the cardio. And listen, unity matters. But if for some reason somebody had this as a dead heat between number one stunner and I'm about it, I'm honestly not too mad at it. But for me, I'm gonna go on about it off the rip.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And hey, same thing. And now look. Get your roll on versus make them say, again, we team Manny Fresh.
And Manny Fresh, that was the best opening line to any rap song in rap history.
Listen, hey, I can't dispute it because every song I think about is that has the best opening line is usually about fucking or hoes. The only other ones that I put up with, I fuck these hoes after shows is Cam on the Come Home With Me intro, where he said, I advise you to step, son, for I fuck your moms, make you my stepson. You'll be calling me dad. And then I got Ludacris, stand up. How you ain't gonna fuck? Bitch, I'm me. It's hard to pick. It's hard to pick. But those are always my front runners for the best opening bar to a verse ever. I ain't gonna lie. So with that being said, if you got get your roll on versus make them say, Ty, I get it. And if you pick one or the other, you're right. But I got that as a dead heat. Especially when Mia X came out there again, like she was the greatest woman in rap ever in life.
Ever.
Hey, and then Fiend showed up. I was like, oh, shoot. Hey, y'all remember what I said about Fiend? It was good to see him out there. And then again, unity matters because everybody that could show up that was free and alive for that song, they were there. And by that time, Romeo, I think, was on stage by that time. If not, I get him later, if I remember right. But unity matters. And I was like, wow, everybody that is not on parole or not in the box is here for this song. It's hard to beat that.
No song was going to beat that. That song was a shoe in the win, regardless. No song was going to beat that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give. You could have put 3 songs against that. You weren't going to win that round.
Yeah, it's just, it's tough.
Even if no one showed up and they just played the song, they just had the DJ, you weren't beating that song.
Yeah, it's again, long night. When either of those records play, but to your point, when that come on, and it's the thing that the music makes you want to do.
Yes.
See, that's the thing. That's the overall element of this night. What did the music make me want to do when I heard it? And that's where Master P was like, oh man, you either gonna gangster walk, you're gonna try to get grinded on, or you might sock the shit out of somebody, but you're gonna do something when the music comes on. And I don't care what it is. So salute to Master P for channeling our emotions in such a way, right? So now, shock of the night for me, Wang, and I'm not afraid to admit this, me being the super rap nerd I am, blah, 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 whatever. Because once I Need a Hot Girl versus Chopper Style came on, and Chopper came out, I said, that's a No Limit song?
Yes.
And I was like, damn, was this the first new No Limit song?
Yes. Okay.
Educated.
I'm gonna give you Chopper quick background.
For sure.
Chopper from New Orleans. Chopper's start was BET Uncut. And then P snatched him. We're gonna shoot a new video. that's more presentable for the world. And this was the beginning of New No Limit. So Chopper was basically he spearheaded New No Limit.
Okay. Hey, education. Because I was like, that's the one song I just didn't think was going to play. I was like, wait a minute. I'm thinking, well, Silk got a double back for Let Me Hit It. That's what I'm thinking. I Need a Hot Girl comes on. I was like, oh yeah, well, Let Me Hit It because y'all played Freak Hoes. But Wobble Wobble could have came on. I would have expected anything. So when Chopper Style came on, I was like, oh, damn.
Honestly, and I could be wrong because, of course, I wasn't in these Zoom meetings as he was having prior to this shit coming on. But I kind of felt like because of the mystical allegations, they wanted to kind of steer clear of him.
Fair.
Certain things you couldn't.
Right.
But I really felt like they was like, with everything that's been going on with him, like, let's not involve ourselves with any type of negative turmoil that may come with him.
Super fair. Hey, and respect. Because, hey, as he showed, clip wasn't empty because Mystical can't be there. Not empty at all. And I also think people, they got it messed up. Dog, Danger was not going to play.
Nope.
Shake It Fast was not going to play. None of that was going to play. Like, all we really lost was the man right chair. That's it.
That's it. But I will say, like we said before, if we don't have like people showing up for the teams, that was going to play a major part. Now, I think even though, like I said, even though he had some of these people, Birdman had some of these people signed to the label, bringing a Boo and Gotti up wasn't going to make a difference.
Yeah.
Bringing a TQ up wasn't going to make a difference.
Yeah.
You know, like, because even when they were in their prime, they didn't make a difference.
Right.
It would have helped if people would have been like, oh shit, I forgot TQ was signed to Cash Money. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about Boo and Gotti, their little stupid ass dance. You know?
Right.
But
at the same time, though, if they're going to come and Turk ain't there, I now look at the owner. It's like, wait, what?
Well, we can get to that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, and we will. Because let's wrap this up, Wang. A Millie plays. After Manny Fresh says we're out of time.
We're out of time.
So that in itself is wild to me, right? So we don't even, out of all I'll say about this, because they truly didn't even combat this song. It just moved on. But if you're going to play a Wayne song, to me, with how the night was, I think you either gotta play Block is Hot or Way of Life. Ironically, with TQ. Those are the only two. Those are the only two songs, especially with Wayne not making an appearance. We're in the Hot Boy era. We're in the early Cash Money era. Because now, granted, and that's only if you're going to play a Wayne song. If you're me in my life, Juvenile, no way I'm not playing that. Or like what? Juvenile's there. Juvenile's the hot hand. Because unfortunately, Birdman's energy is bringing Manny Fresh set down. So let Juvenile cook one more time. They could have easily did that, but they didn't. They played a piece of a Millie. And that was met with down for my niggas. And Snoop comes out.
No, let's stay on Millie real quick.
Michelle, let's do it.
When Manny Fresh said that they had to get out of there, I dead ass thought they were playing Millie just to fade to black.
I
thought they were just, okay, they told us we got to go, time restrictions, we out of here. And the DJ just played Millie as everybody was like dapping up and saying, okay, and they go, credit was going to roll.
Yeah.
Then Down for My Niggas came on. Wait a minute, I thought this was over.
Right.
I mean, it's over.
Yeah. Right. Like it's over. And it's over.
And it's over.
And then because you're right. Because right, Down for Niggas comes on and everybody doing the C Murder verse and what have you. But then there's Snoop just there in a New Orleans Army jacket. And I was like, oh my God, they did it.
Still had a tank.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was shined up.
And what did I tell you? What did I tell you in your pre-show? If Snoop Dogg shows up, how it played on.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg's appearance was going to make or break whatever was going on.
Yeah.
They didn't need it.
Nope.
But they got him anyway.
Yeah. Hey, and Snoop rapped his verse like he just wrote it on the way there. and did everything but say on Crip at the end. It's like Snoop was rapping so hard. Like his whole heart and soul was in his Down for My Niggas verse. I think it was almost like he get mad that we don't talk about him on that song and it's on his album. It's like, no, it's if anybody fuck with Snoop Doggy Dogg, that's me. But let me let you know, I ain't pussy. I'll kill one of you niggas out here tonight. And I have hundreds of millions of dollars. I will kill you in the No Limit Army jacket tonight. At 52 years old, I will murder you. So, shout out to Snoop Dogg. Officially, hey, listen. He's the greatest rap superstar in life. Because only Snoop Dogg can be at the crypto ball the weekend of the inauguration, get pseudo canceled about taking his nephew or grandkids to the movie and see a gay scene in the animated movie and question it, and then show up at Verzuz in Vegas and rap one of the hardest verses he's ever spent in his life, all within 10 months. He did it in 10 months, Wake. Hey, all that happened in 2025. It ain't even Christmas. And he did all of that. He did all of that. And wait, was he at this year's WrestleMania? I don't remember. But the point is, Snoop can do anything. And if you dare say he can't do anything, you're just wrong. And you should be watching out. You should stay safe. That's what you should do. Because Snoop literally proved that was the capital night. Hey, I do whatever I want. I do whatever I want. You can't. So you don't talk to me. I'm Snoop Dogg, nigga. That's the bottom line. I'm Snoop Dogg. Who are you? Because you can't do what I do. And I do whatever I want. And it's sad that Back That Ass Up had to end the night on that note.
And I know why they put Back That Ass Up at the end of the night, because that was easily the biggest cash money hit.
Yeah, for sure.
I get it, but the damage was already done.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Like that, there was no way, regardless of what song was, even though it was like a odd ass number, it was like 11 to 10. No, what was it? It was 12 to 13.
Yeah, because Master P was like, I'm not putting the song up against Amelie. He ain't even here. He's like, I'm not doing that. And then I was like, hey, and as we started a half hour earlier, we got the 7 other songs off.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, Back That Ass takes the round because there was nothing to compete against. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's literally one of those things where it's like, well, let Juvenile have the moment, because you know what? It's already a loss, and I'm glad that it was one of the most polite defeats and acceptance of defeats that you could ever see from a place that, as they were releasing music to us and the rest of the world, it was called the murder capital, right? That's how we learned about No Limit and New Orleans and Cash Money and New Orleans and the two different sides and the different wards and the different projects and how everything ends in aggression and violence and I'm about it with such a gory movie and all of these different things. But that was the most polite way for gangsters to just take their L and keep it moving. Now, I say polite because Birdman does go off script again. And even Manny Fresh is like, bro, hold on, we had a great night. It was literally the scene from Boys in the Hood where homegirl was like, can we just have one night where nobody gets shot? And Door Boy look at her and say, shut up, bitch. Because like, dude, why you want to do this now? Why is it fuck Turk at the end of this? Like, why? Oh my God.
Birdman is finally, he's starting to fall under the angry, old, disgruntled man, catalog. Like
man.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Turk say that Birdman said he wasn't invited?
Yeah, basically. Like, there's a couple different angles to this because on one hand, Turk was like, well, I would have came. I'm not trying to not come. They're telling me I can't. To something to that effect. And then standing much like on the business that he stood on years ago or a year or two ago now, Wayne is always like, we're not doing Hot Boys without all the Hot Boys. Like, if we all out and free, I'm not doing this without them. Because, hey, look, shout out to Wayne, and I don't even really be bigging up Wayne a lot for it much. But shout out to Wayne for realizing that, when we started this, Turk was ahead of me. And we were like the twins of this, but he was ahead of me. Again, Turk has the best verse on Hot Girl. I Need a Hot Girl. You can't do the song without him. So, and his song led to another hook for another hit song.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can't Men in Black that time. Like, Turk belongs there. Turk to me is just as important to Cash Money as, dare I say, Mia X or Silk the Shocker is to No Limit for where they started. Yeah, time can go on, and obviously he goes to prison and all those different things, but like Turk was people's favorite rapper when that group first came out. And we can't ignore that. We can't ignore that fact. So, Birdman needs to see his primary care physician also. I do want to say that real quick. He needs to see his primary care physician because he obviously got narcolepsy too, or like something else is going on. He need to get checked out. Like, that needs to happen immediately. But when I walked away from all of this is, again, unity matters and women matter. And if you're going to build a label, no matter what part of the city you're from, Master P is absolutely the blueprint for how it should be done. Yeah, cater to your city. Put as many people in your city on as possible. But just know that women buy records and know that unity is paramount. Because Birdman, Master P equally. The amount of negative press that they got is over the top. It's crazy. But we're fresh off of C Murder saying that he hates his brother from prison. We are off of Romeo calling him the worst father in the world, basically. But yet everybody's on stage that can live and breathe and just function in society. Like, everybody showed up. Meanwhile, on the flip side, the young man that kissed you in your mouth and called you daddy is not showing up to your event to celebrate you and what y'all built. That's telling. That's telling.
I mean, they've been telling us this about Birdman for 20 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but something always gets them to gravitate back to him, though. BG left and was just like his famous word, Birdman was trying to bird feed me.
Yeah.
And he walked.
Yeah.
Wayne had to sue the man to get the money that he was owed. But they always run back.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. Because you know what I realized also that night? Juvenile and Manny Fresh were absolutely right for leaving the first time. Mm-hmm. And my thought is this. Had they just had another 400 degrees moment, I think it puts the nail in the coffin for Cash Money as a label. And I say that for this reason. Because the radio, Jesus Christ, the politics side of the music industry is this. All these hits came out on Cash Money. And the contracts say this. I remember meeting Manny Fresh during Katrina. And how he thought he had lost everything, but he was like, man, I'm just happy to be alive. He was at Lenox Mall. And it never occurred to me that, damn, Baby is holding all the cards to their catalog. And so even if they want to move or run or do whatever, they can't do it without him. Now, do what you want with the street piece of it. Because even Juvenile, hey, let me get the keys to the Rover truck. Baby, let me get all this beef over, bruh. Like all of these things. It just lets me know that maybe just Birdman is just too powerful to just walk away from. But, I think also there's got to be some camaraderie and love for no matter how good or bad it is. Manny Fresh said it best. Yo, we had a plan to change the world, and we literally did change the world. So maybe, and this is how it should be, though. So I'm not, downing these brothers for this feeling at all. The impact they made on the world is bigger than friendship. It's bigger than money. It's bigger than fame, even though fame comes at that price, right? So in my mind, Juvenile and Manny Fresh specifically are like, but hey, you know what? If the pie is split three ways, he's a very important 33%. And as far as BG goes, BG being the voice of peace at the end of Verzuz, I think just tells you what type of time he's on. Because there's obviously a big portion of his life where he's not the voice of peace. And he was the voice of peace that night. So that's all that I think we need to say about BG other than listen to Freedom of Speech. It's actually a dope album.
What if the problem ain't even Baby? What if it's Slim?
Ooh.
The person that we don't ever see.
The
person you never hear talk. He's never in front of the camera. What if Baby's not even the problem?
That you are not wrong for that incredible revelation. Because everybody got to report to somebody.
Yeah.
And Birdman has never been 100% of Cash Money business.
And this is the reason why I asked that. I'm a big Tech 9 fan.
For sure.
And from the time that I became a Tech Nine fan to now, majority of the OG members are gone. They all decided to walk. Chris Calico, Cut Calhoun, Scatterman, Snug Brim, they all decided to walk.
Yeah.
And they all said the same thing. We don't have a problem with Tech. Our problem is with Travis O'Gwen. The man that provides the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tech Nine is the figurehead. When you think Tech Nine, your strange music, you think Tech Nine.
Yep.
Just like when you think Cash Money, you think Baby. A lot of people forget that Slim is even in the mix.
Facts. I know I do. Personally, I know I do.
So maybe Baby's not the problem.
Fair. Hey.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a question.
Yeah, no, you know what? I think one that's a phenomenal question. I kind of just want to let that just sit for a second as I say this. Because the other piece to me is like when we look back at Cash Money, what will be the legacy? You know what I'm saying? Like, because obviously No Limit had their time. And I know whether it was P. Miller Clothing or if it was, I think it was Dada Shoes or the new No Limit and the new No Limit and all these different things. The one thing that we just absolutely can't take away from Master P is just that run of, I'll say 95 to 2000. Like, it just can't be taken from him. And if nothing else, yeah, he may not be able to get you out of prison, but nobody has ever, to my knowledge, I don't recall anybody ever saying, P never paid me. I'm in this contract dispute with P and he ain't letting me out. I got 10 albums to do for Master P. Like, we don't hear that. And, you know, what you do with your money after you get is what you do with it. But at least I can say, for, again, out of everything that could be bad press related, very rarely do we hear a reputable story about bad music business in regards to No Limit. And even that, whether we love the music or not, and I was on the not side of things in real time, I have unbelievable respect for Master P because of what he was able to do Saturday. Just the fact that, hey, this person said that, this person said this, my son said that, he been in prison, she recovering from cancer, he's the biggest superstar in the world, but they all came from me. And that says a lot. Versus Birdman, literally, and it may just not be him, the Cash Money executives could not get two of the biggest pieces to their origin story to come together for 2 hours. And you're also now promoting the next phase of Cash Money, who's not even there. Now, he's on tour, but he ain't there. And even in that, it's like, damn, what truly is the legacy of Cash Money Records?
Poor business. It's as sad as it sounds. Poor business, makeups to breakups, and bag that ass up.
Hey. Hey.
Their legacy might be worse than the Dipset legacy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. It absolutely is. Because wildly enough, I think the Dipset legacy is just one apology away.
That's it.
I think it's one apology away. And I think we all know what the apology needs to be. I think we all know.
I agree with you.
Because the ill part about the Dipset breakdown is that we all see where everybody was wrong.
Uh-huh.
And in a way, it don't matter if you were wrong first or you were wrong last. You were just wrong. And but hey, it's people with no money or not enough money, or who used to be friends in 5th grade, or people that were high school sweethearts, or your best your best college friends. They're all going through the Dipset thing. You know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, that the only thing that could stop that from not being a thing anymore is if specifically Jewels and Jim Jones get on they like Jimmy and Jay Uso stuff with Roman. Like, no, man, I don't want to listen to you. I'm my own man. I'm a boss. And it's like, dude, I didn't say you weren't. I'm just the bigger boss. And we don't even have to acknowledge that. We don't even have to acknowledge that. It could just be, yeah, dude, do your thing. But when we come together, I am the leader, though. Like, when Boyz II Men, if Boyz II Men get back together, Wanye's still the lead singer. It don't matter if Sean Stockman has gone on to be the media darling and have the most personality, and he's putting out great music on his own. Because Sean Stockman, he been cold. But when Boyz II Men come together, he's the lead singer. When New Edition break up every decade of our lives. But when New Edition go back on tour, Ralph is the lead. Yeah, Johnny sings better. Yeah, Bobby became the bigger superstar. But Ralph is the mic. He is the lead singer. That's it. So, and if we're splitting hairs over that, then maybe we can't be cool.
It might be best that we're not.
Yeah, that's it. So, man, well, this was great. I like this. I like this. Yeah, man, it's been a while, man. Hey, hour and a half, boom, just like that. But yeah, I think I covered all my notes, barely looking at them. But that's awesome. That's awesome. See, I like that. That's better for me. Because there wasn't a lot to say, so I'm glad we made more conversation of it. But man, as we close this out, Cash Money versus No Limit versus 2 questions, and you know what the questions are already. Are you interested in another versus at any given time? And if so, what is the matchup that you want to see?
I didn't think that I was going to be interested in it again. I thought the ship had sailed, but I was wrong. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Nice.
The ones that I want to see will probably be ones that will never happen. I'll still want to see Diddy Jermaine Dupri.
Oh, yeah.
I still would like to see it was a second one that I wanted to see real bad. But Diddy Jermaine Dupri for sure. Oh, Ball and G versus UGK.
Oh, wait, that happened.
Did it? Did I miss that one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you missed that one. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna double back because I missed that.
Yeah. Hey, it was fire too. It was fire. It was fire too.
Was this pandemic? I know when they opened the world up, a lot of them was happening, and I was at work missing them.
And that's when it happened. I want to say that was summer 21, because even Twister came out and did middle of the night with Ball and G.
Okay, I was supervising at the time, so when that shit was coming on, I was sleeping because I was on third. So that's how I ended up missing that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I most definitely got to double back and find that.
For sure.
Yeah, there was the ones that really the Diddy Jermaine Dupri. I would love to see that. Because they were one of the same to me as far as like how they curated music. Like you did rap, R&B, they did everything.
Absolutely. I am I kind of switch gears every time I hear the Jermaine Dupri Diddy matchup because I do like it. However, my thought process is when it either people are gonna totally respect Jermaine Dupri a whole lot more, or because narrative, energy, marketing, all of it plays in, Jermaine Dupri could end up looking like the biggest biter ever in that versus also, depending on how you look at it. But I absolutely would want to see it just to see the strategy behind both of them for sure. For me, I'm again the rap nerd in me, the music head in me. I will always want to see music versus music and versus as a platform. The one match that I doubt we get ever, but when I tell you, I think it would be the absolute greatest verses of all time, and I mean like nothing touching this with everybody that's living, even though one dude essentially is kind of fucking it up with some of his new shit he doing. See, a lot of people are always throwing out there that, oh, we need Busta Rhymes versus Missy Elliott. Nah, nope, that ain't the one. Respectfully. And to be clear, I think Missy would smoke Busta Rhymes too, but that's another story. And why I think she would smoke Busta Rhymes is because the real matchup for me, and this is so many layers of just history and story in this particular verses. I'm going to stand on this, Wang. I want to see Missy Elliott versus Pharrell Williams.
Oh.
That's what I want to see.
Oh.
I want to see VA versus VA. I want to see Black Ground versus Star Trek. I want to see the two like eclectic superstars that did rock, rap, R&B, pop, production, songwriting, freestyles. Missy's been on a 60 Minutes of Funk, a freestyle for Funkmaster Flex. Pharrell has a Gangsta Grills. Pharrell versus Missy is the matchup that if we really just ran their catalogs, boy, is that one of the greatest ever, because they both got songs with SWV.
Mm-hmm.
They both got songs with Busta Rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
They Nori, Nas, Jay-Z, like we're super sleep. And I want to see what Missy's gonna do when Teddy Riley comes out and they do Rump Shaker, because Pharrell wrote the verse, Teddy's verse on that. Like, those are the things I want to see. So for me, now granted, you might have to close the door on verses after that happens, because I don't think it gets bigger than that, because you got two people that everybody would show up for.
Yes.
Clips is going to show up for Pharrell. Jay is going to show up for Pharrell. Jay is going to show up for Missy and even Timbaland. The only person that won't show up is Magoo, and rest in peace to him.
And Khalees.
Yeah. Khalees not coming nowhere. Yeah. Yeah. Genuine's going to show up, and Genuine don't show up to TGT shows or studio sessions. He coming to that though. So yeah, me, dream match, Pharrell versus Missy. That's the one for me.
That would be phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, we did it, man. Thank you, as always. Anytime you hit the link and you step up here, man, it's always greatly appreciated. We'll have to do this again sometime, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
And and thank all of y'all for tuning in this afternoon, a Monday afternoon. I knew you didn't want to work. I knew it. And we appreciate y'all. Hey, I will be back sometime this week. Don't ask me when, because I'm trying to figure it out, because there's a lot of other things that happen in the world of music, and I do want to talk about it. But Until then, man, please be safe no matter whatever you do out there or in the privacy of your own home, because you still got to be safe there as well. And just know that always and consensually. It's love.